Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. Good morning, happy Saturday, all that good stuff. Hope you're feeling good, ready to play some Minecraft. We are here on the Pickle Pack Magical 3 server, hosted by the Simpletons. And since Wednesday, I haven't done a whole lot. Hello, Sapopa, nice to see you. Good morning. I haven't done a whole lot, and I will explain why every single mod pack you get to this point. So, the point is what I call the hump. We need to get over the hump now to make things a lot easier for us. It's the point where you're just starting to get into the ability to do automation, but still it's a manual process to create the things that will help you automate, so it feels like more of a chore. And so yeah, you're like, ugh, I have to make a furnace and a pulverizer and interfaces and cables to automate this. Ugh. Because you haven't got ways to automate those things. So, I want to work on some of that today to try to make it try to get over that hump. One of the things we do need to do this weekend at some point is to kill a lesser demon from blood magic to get one of these demon crystals. We're going to need it for this quest, but also for the convocation of the damned ritual that we will be doing with Tuto Menui on Wednesday. So we need to do this at some point this weekend to get that ready for him. That is the next thing we have to do before we can do the ritual. This chapter is almost done, but as you can see, I have successfully completed one chapter finally out of 19 chapters. One chapter is all the way done. My Botania chapter is finished. The only thing that was left was the overgrowth seed. I needed to find one in a dungeon. Well, I did about 3 hours of searching in dungeons and got a little frustrated. Told Tuto that I was getting really annoyed, and of course he was nice and brought over one that he had found in the dungeon dimension, which I haven't even unlocked yet, which is also what this magical chalk is for. So, yeah, these are all the ones he gave me. I don't use overgrowth seeds very often, and I've noticed in this pack there's not a whole lot of Botania incorporated into other recipes so far. So, once you're done with this, it appears right now that you don't have to use any Botania for anything any further, so we'll see. Let's see what happens. The other thing is I goofed big time as far as Thaumcraft is concerned. And I threw a whole bunch of things into the alchemical furnace without really paying attention to my jars, and so if you can look at these filters, Hermes, honey, I'm sorry. I can't hold you right now. These filters are all packed with stuff all the way back. So I can either break all this to get rid of them or wait for them to get processed with the Essentia Crystallizer. I know I can make more of these. I know I can speed them up with energized nodes. I don't have that stuff done either. So just have this one slow one making the crystals. So yeah, I have to wait for this to clear out really in order for me to get any further along. So unfortunately, we're kind of stuck on any infusions until that happens. I goofed. People do it all the time. I was able to make thaumium seeds. Hermes. Seriously, it's not a game. Okay. So I have those running in one of the farms, getting started with that. So that's going to be a big help. And the reason it's going to be a big help is because every single basic machine frame from Thermal Expansion requires a thaumium gear, which is 4 thaumium and a piece of steel. I can still easily make steel over here in the Tinker Smeltery, so I've been doing batches of that. I have not made steel seeds yet, but I do have the resources, I believe, set aside. Again, can't do infusions until I clear that out. So I'll be able to do steel seeds soon. You know, it's one of those things. Soon, TM. But yeah. Another update. I haven't gone mining at all, and I'm getting really low on diamonds. I've got 10 diamonds. I know I have a couple others tucked away in here that are like named or something. They wouldn't go in the... I don't even know where they are. Whatever. They're somewhere. I have random junk everywhere. I really need to get organized. So, yes, today, working on getting some basic automation set up, working on clearing out these random chests and getting rid of more drawers that I don't need to have stuff in. Like, all of this stuff could go in inside our storage there. Yes. So, what we need to do is, whenever you set up AE, the first thing you should do is automate the creation of the things that AE needs. Now, there are a couple of changes based on the pack, in that we have magical crops that make Certus quartz for us, and I've got a fluix seed that I just made a couple of days ago, so it doesn't have more than the one seed yet, but it will. So the fluix we won't need to do in the puddle. We will need to do the pure varieties in the puddle, but we won't need to do the basic varieties, so that's good. We need a lot of thaumium for a lot of things, and I don't have that automated, and there's a reason, because we just made thaumium seeds. But since they're brand new, we still need to make thaumium in order to progress. So again, stuck. Yep, this is from AE2 stuff. AE2 stuff has 2 or 3 items in it. It has this crystal growth chamber, which does everything the normal puddle with all the growth accelerators in it, all in one block. But you can also pull things in and out of it. And it also has the advanced inscriber, which I need to put those away, that is not sided like the regular inscriber, so you can put things in from any side, and you can lock the pattern, the press in here if you want to, or in your recipes you can pull it in and take it out. So you could leave it empty, and whenever it needed to make a logic press, it would put the press and the gold in here and then take it out, so on and so forth. I think these also stack. I think these also allow for a stack. And lots of upgrades. So, yeah. Anything else AE2 stuff adds? It adds pattern encoder. Wireless connector. I've never used the wireless connector. I have no clue what it is. I'd have to look it up. No information. So, yeah, it adds a pattern encoder for processing patterns. In 1.7.10, did you have to do something special for processing patterns? I can't remember. You know, in 1.10 and above, in the pattern terminal, you could switch between processing or crafting. Ugh. So, okay. Yeah. Ooh, going to the movies. Are you going to go see a brand new, exciting movie? Alright. Yep. We're waiting until probably Tuesday or later for Black Panther. Tuesdays in the theater near us is $5 Tuesdays, where if you're a loyalty club member, you can get into the movie, any of the movies on Tuesday for $5, and then they also have free popcorn and small pops for loyalty members. So hey, you can go to a brand new movie, get popcorn and pop, and it only costs you like, for 2 people, it would only cost us about $20 total. Because we don't get the popcorn. We got candy. We get candy. But yeah, totally awesome. We're looking forward to it. To automate this stuff, I need to get started on interfaces and molecular assemblers. Where in the world am I going to want those stuff? And of course it needs thaumium. Matinees. Yep, definitely a good plan. Okay, so we are gonna have to concern ourselves with thaumium. I am pretty sure, yeah, I have 2 thaumium right now. So let's see what we've got over here in this jar for Precontatio. 12. So I can make 3 more thaumium. Do I have any Precontatio? I have 4 here. So anything processed in here. Get that going. It should, these filters all look empty, so it should, whoop, why am I stuck? Yeah, it should make it to there, so we'll be able to fill that up a little bit further. To get some more, but yeah. Let's grab some more netherwort. Stack of netherwort. The other things in netherwort I have set in void jars. So we'll be able to, let's do half a stack for now so that I don't overfill the jar. Let's grab some iron, and when that netherwort is processed, we'll make some iron, some thaumium, and get some things going here. Bone, iron. We're gonna need some glass cable. 3. Okay. We make more. We made a little more. Okay, so until I have more quartz fiber, can I make more of that? No, because I need to grind up the quartz. We need to make an interface, which probably requires thaumium. Ooh, we have a flat interface. I really like to use the flat interfaces for processing, and of course it needs 4. So, okay, what we should do is our first square interface. Oh wait, you know what? Can I switch this one back to the square one? No. I had hoped. First one of these we should put on a pulverizer so that we can pulverize the nether quartz, so that we can make more quartz glass, so that we can do more cabling. See? Told you, we're at the hump. Where we're just like, we need to do all this stuff to make everything else work. And I'm just gonna chuck some cable here for some basic auto crafting until we can get more stuff made and whatnot. Done. Still shows you in the furnace, so we've got some waiting to do. Are those really far away? We're gonna have to deal with no, because there's the other one. This is the other one that's in netherwort. And then I think herba. And I think herba's right here. Yep, so we're good. Don't have it worry about the filter backing up. Don't want that. So we'll wait for this to get all of the Precontatio from the furnace, and then we'll be able to make a bit more thaumium. Do I have anything jotted down in my notebook about the order of things? No, I don't. I just have do all this stuff. I just have AE2 auto crafting written down as what I want to work on. So yeah, working on all the things. Turn the music down. It looked like it was really loud. If you guys want it turned up a little bit, let me know. Alright, so that's all done. Let's grab you. I don't have enough to do this whole stack, but it'll at least give me a few. Alright. Put that back and put the rest of the nether wart in there. And we can do a little bit of crafting. Let's do an interface. Do we have the other bits? Nope. Make you and you. Now we should be able to make one interface for a pulverizer, one interface for the start of auto crafting. That there, I can put 3 molecular assemblers around it if I want to. We have a pulverizer. Have I made one? No, I don't think so. I should make one for... Oh, we just need the machine frame, which requires the thaumium gear. Okay, so we need steel and thaumium. Okay, let's go make the thaumium gear. What I've been wondering is, once I have all of AE2 up and I get some of the thaumic energistics up, how do you like request a recipe for a thaumium gear from AE2 to be made through thaumic energistics? That's what I'm wondering. Machine frame. Now I should be able to make a pulverizer. Alright, put that in there. Glass cable. Do we need more of you? And again, until we have more resources, I'm just gonna put stuff wherever I can fit it in. Do we have cables under here? Maybe what I'll do, take you down. And let's find out where power cables are at, like right here somewhere. So if I got in that, let's get the power cables. I've never used it before, so it will be very interesting to get into. I've never used thaumic energistics. I've only ever watched people on other Let's Plays use it. So yeah. Okay, so we have that. We have the interface on top. And if we did that, does it get power? Alright. Now we're gonna need to do a pattern interface. Terminal. Okay, so we need ME terminal first, which needs the cores again. Oh, well, I don't want to do that. Annihilation core. We're out of Fluix dust. Alright, so let's see what I have for Fluix. I have 3. Can't wait till I have that seed go into town. That's something we need to work on too, guys. Trying to remember. Edward said to use pure whenever possible because it like doubles your because one regular Fluix gives you 2 seeds that give you, so that's essentially doubling your Fluix if you use pure. I think that's why he said to use pure, but we can't do that there. Can I grind up pure? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think I can only grind up the regular. Oh, well, I can grind up the regular stuff. But use pure whenever you can in other recipes, I think is what he meant. Let's just go grind up this one. I need to make more. All right. And that'll give us 2 annihilation cores. So do we have both cores now? Oh, so I'm going to need to do that again because I'll need it for whatever the other core is. Pattern. Formation core. Yeah. Fluix. I should just make a recipe for it. Charged nether quartz redstone. Nether quartz, which I don't have anything being made to make nether quartz yet. And then redstone. This obviously will need a pattern at some point, but there we go. We got some Fluix crystals. Take some down, pass them around. Enhanced inventories. Oh, okay, I remember what that is. Alright. That in there. Oop, well, I could have just done that. Alright. Really need this pattern terminal. Okay, so we have an ME terminal. We need to make a crafting table so that we can do this one. And then the pattern terminal. There we go. And we want to put that somewhere around here. Device online. Okay. We can switch between the two, so we don't need the pattern thing from AE2 stuff, which is cool. Alright. We do need some patterns. What do we have for that? Do we have... Alright, we'll do little bits at a time so that we can develop things. We need a molecular assembler. What do we need to make a molecular assembler? We need thaumium and whatever's in the middle. Crafting table. Alright, so let's go check on the Praecantatio again because we put more in it. Let's grab some more nether wart. Oh. It's 2 words. Nether wart. Alright. Let's do you. And then we'll get this going again. We'll put all of this in there because it's an empty jar. Alright. We need a crafting table. And now the molecular assembler. Do we need a crafting storage right away, or can this work? Where did I put my glass cable? Okay. I think we're about at the limit of channels here. So I'm gonna have to get to using dense cables here pretty soon. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're at the max now, pretty much, for glass cable. I really wish I was super high in techie informational stuff. We have more ME controllers in here, don't we? Where did I put those? I know I got some as reward. Well, heck if I know where they went. I got 3 as a reward. I mean, controller. Well, whatever. It's somewhere. I'm sure I'll find it eventually. When I don't need them anymore, right? Usually when that happens. Well, you enjoy that, Sapopa. Everyone wants to go to the movie. Everyone does. Okay. Okay, where do I go from here? I have patterns, but I need to know, like, in order to expand my AE2 setup, I'm going to need more channels really soon, which means I'm going to need dense cables. This is a mess. Don't want it to remain a mess for very long. Trying to remember how Edward always had it all organized. It always looked so nice. Maybe it didn't start out that way. Okay. I really want to know where I put the other ME controller. Is it over here where I started? It is where over here. Okay, good. Over here where I started out with AE stuff. I'm gonna ultimately put this auto crafting and whatnot downstairs. But I'm gonna want a few terminals up here for sure. The storage is going to be up here on this wall. And now you know why some of this I do off camera. Because that way I can stare at things and go, now how's this gonna work? Because I feel really silly for not being able to figure out some of this stuff on my own. But perhaps what I might do is make one dense cable, move this up, and draw the line. Well, we'll have to move the polarizer. Just put a dense cable this way, because that holds 32 channels. And that way we can like spread out our mess of stuff first until I can get things together. Where am I going to want the AE2 auto crafting stuff ultimately? I always thought it'd be kind of cool to have the molecular assemblers dangling from the ceiling here like chandeliers, because they flash and blink and could look interesting, but how would I connect them, because the cables don't go all the way up there. They would have to like be connected to the ground. That might be for later on down the line, I think. Not very intuitive. Well, my brain is not an engineering brain, so I need to replant these seeds. So the whole AE2 is not. Aren't you looking weird, Mr. Bat? It's not exactly very easy. What the heck? What kind of a hat is that? Looks like he's wearing armor. Is it a whale hat, maybe? If I put the AE2 auto crafting down here somewhere. We have power running from right there. It runs across the top. But I could put I want this to be power stuff. I'm gonna probably have to move the steam boiler yet again. Every so often, here, let me show you. Every so often these pipes stop sending steam to the turbines, like right now. And it's because this is in one chunk and this is in another. If I break this conduit and put it back, steam goes back in these. So I think the definite problem is that it's a chunk boundary issue. that I really need to put this whole setup in one chunk and not in two. So there's that problem. I feel so disorganized when I do this stuff though. I need some blocks. Alright, what I'm gonna do, get rid of that, see if I can't pick it all up. Okay. Let's take this downstairs, and we're gonna need to make some glass cable and just bring the glass cable down. We'll do the recipe auto crafting stuff right here in this area next to this section. I think it's all enchanted forest, so I won't have to worry about lighting it up immediately. Alright. Do that. Get rid of the root structure in the way. And we'll leave a space for cabling. Don't need cabling on that wall, but we do. So I'll leave a 2-block gap here, and we'll put start by putting the pulverizer here. Remember, we're gonna probably copy these little cubicle wall vault things. We'll do cross it over here, will be the wall. So what we want is this on top. We'll have power coming in from the bottom, and do these auto push? I'm not sure if they do, but I know that the interface will push things into something, so we'll just need to have an import bus back here going back into the interface. Okay, so that one is how that's gonna go. Let's set this to in at the top, out at the back. And we need to get power over there. And the glass cables are going to need to make thicker cables, which means we need to grab some string for wool, for colored wool, etc., etc. Probably do white first. What is the recipe for that? The recipe for, I don't want covered, I want dense, which you start with glue extents, which is covered. Okay, covered with redstone glowstone. Covered is just wool and glass cable. Okay, we really need to be able to make some quartz fiber. Let's grab a stack of nether quartz and get it ground up. We can make some cable. Probably need to grab some glass because these things aren't hooked up to the system yet. 2. That's gonna take a while. And is it going? That's blacklist nothing, so it's, where is it going? Oh, yeah, no. We don't need you turning into silicon. No. Okay. Hopefully I didn't lose too many of that to silicon. Let's make some of the thicker cable. Quartz. Fiber. What is that? Large quartz fixture. Don't know what that is. Do that. Get you in there. Alright. And then we can do glass cable. Alright, and in this instance we'd use pure because we get twice as much as that. Make just some. I need to make pure. Let's go grab wool, which I don't have in this setup. I need either sheep or I need to connect this subnetwork. Is this full yet? Well, we need to do something about the Minicio. And I don't want to set that as void because we need a lot of Minicio right now. Alright, so let's make some white wool. And then we'll do white covered covered cable. We've got 19. So then to do the dense cable. Alright, so that gives us 4 pieces of dense cable. See how this is going to just add up. It's going to just be so expensive. Organization here. Okay. Once we have that, this can connect to the controller to give us 32 channels in this dense cable instead of the 8 we currently have. I feel oddly drained. Cost of things, it makes me feel really trapped at the moment. That's what this hump is all about. You're like, I need to get all this stuff done to do XYZ. Am I still drained? Flux flew, oh, for 4 minutes. Goodness. That's good. I don't think I have any bath salts yet. No. I just have to be sick. Gotta love warp. What would be the first pattern that you would make? To make more patterns. That's what you would do. Hey, Calden. A pattern to make more patterns requires, we're going to do that. Yes, with the pure. Prevent substitutions, because we want to use pure. First pattern. And then what? We don't have the things to make the components for that pattern, but we'll get there. Like, I don't have the recipe to make quartz glass or do the pure Certus quartz in the growth chamber. Because we're just lacking in everything. And I'd really like to get some of this stuff going, so it all starts with cables, doesn't it? How many RF fluiducts, hardened fluiducts, leadstone flux ducts? We just have these 19. I have 6 of the resonant. Don't really need that much. If I put the controller cube or whatever I end up doing here, kind of centralized everything that it would need it. I have power down here, which we could always upgrade when we need it to be upgraded. And if I put let's be honest. Yeah, this will be fine right here. And then there we go. Okay. And on top of that, eventually we could do P2P tunnels on top. Getting over there. Doing anything. I feel like I'm out of my depth here, guys. That's why I'm going so slow. Let's see. And you always have to say, just do a little bit at a time. You'll get it figured out. I can just hear Edward behind, you know, even though he's not here. I can hear him saying, you'll get it figured out, don't worry. Like, I'm already thinking I'd like to move that. a whole bunch of YouTube notifications. There we go. So we moved auto crafting downstairs. We'd want to make more interfaces for sure, which we need Thaumium for, remember? It might be time to bring up the wiki that I saved. Might be time. I'm gonna have to learn more about P2P channels, that's for sure. Okay. I mean, I'm looking at the stuff here, but it's just not not something I quite understand. Boy, I think I might have to get Edward to help me with some of this stuff. At least, you know, some more notes. He's good at giving me notes on how to do things. Which, trust me, I really do appreciate. Is that empty? Yeah. And here I am. All I wanted to do was get some machine auto crafting going. I need to go move those seeds again while I think about things. Of course, once I learn how to do this, thankfully I will remember it. All the other tech playthroughs that I've done, just so you guys know, have been with Edward, and he just goes to town and takes care of everything. So, yeah, that's kind of why I'm kind of stuck at the moment, is because he normally just says, okay, I'm off doing this. And I never actually watch the order of things that he does. I just like, oh, he's done. Look at this setup. It's all ready to go. Granted, if any of you are watching and are familiar with AE2 and can help me just wrap my head around what the next step is, I mean, how do I get where I need to get? Do I just need a whole bunch more materials? And, you know, go to town with materials? Or do I need... See how far I get? And trust me, every YouTube content creator that plays Minecraft has had moments like this at one point or another. They just usually don't record it. They usually like, okay, I'll be back in a moment, and then they shut off the recording and they go investigate and experiment and test. I think I really would like to automate this. Because I'm going to need crystals. Pure and Fluix. But in order to do the pure variety, I'm going to need to pulverize, which is why I have that pulverizer downstairs. So essentially, I'm guessing I need to just make a whole bunch of things first. So Bob was like, more materials is usually a good thing. Make a whole bunch of things first. And then you can get into the auto crafting. So maybe I'm trying to put the cart before the horse sort of thing. When all else fails. Yeah, when all else fails, get more materials.